Hey everyone, my name is Johnny and I'm a drummer living in Toronto, Canada, and I just shaved my beard, so it really feels weird right now. Anyways, I'm a big fan of Gary V's, and over the last few months, he's been really talking about something called NFTs, and those stand for non-fungible tokens. And it's kind of the big buzzword in the cryptocurrency scene right now. And I just kind of went down the rabbit hole a little bit over the last 2 weeks, trying to just understand what it's all about because he keeps saying that it's going to be, the wave of the future, and I just wanted to kind of learn a bit about it. So I just wanted to literally share my experiences over the last 2 weeks on what I've kind of noticed about NFTs. And yeah, disclaimer, this isn't any kind of advice or anything like that. It's literally me hitting record on the camera and just telling you a bit of my experiences. And to be honest, I kind of hope this will create a bit of a dialogue down below in the comments, and maybe you can give me some of your pointers. To be honest, I just decided I would jump in and just see what it's all about. So I won't really give an explanation on NFTs because it's kind of a strange concept. So I'm just kind of curious to get all of your thoughts, and I'll just let you know what I did over the last 2 weeks to kind of learn and, dive in a little bit into this scene. But yeah, to get started, I literally just did that. I went on YouTube and I just started watching some videos on NFTs and people explaining it. And one of the videos I watched, someone was telling me about some of the earliest non-fungible tokens that existed. And those were CryptoPunks. And the second one was CryptoKitties. And for whatever reason, I was drawn to the CryptoKitty kind of phenomenon. And I don't even really like cats, but I found it so fascinating. What CryptoKitties are, in a nutshell, are they're kind of these graphic kitties that you buy with Ethereum currency, and each one is unique. And they're unique because they all have this unique code that's backed on the blockchain, and each kitten has its own kind of unique characteristics. And I just thought that was cool. So you can own your own kind of cat, and it just has its own attributes, its own name. And what kind of blew my mind was that if you own two CryptoKitties, you can breed them together, and their attributes, or cattributes as they call them, will determine what the offspring will look like. And in some cases, certain cats, certain parents will have a higher rate of potential genetic mutations in their offspring. So you could essentially mate two cats and their offspring could have a genetic mutation that no other CryptoKitty has ever had before, thus making it more valuable. And it all costs a fee that goes towards the site. And it's just it blew my mind. It's like breeding horses or breeding dogs. So I just tried to not overthink it too much. And I was like, okay, what do I have to do to buy two CryptoKitties like right now? So I set up a MetaMask account. You can see videos on that. And I transferred some of my Ethereum cryptocurrency to this MetaMask kind of wallet, which enables you to buy CryptoKitties and buy things on Rarible.com and OpenSeas, which are kind of NFT marketplaces. This might all sound foreign to you, and it really did to me 2 weeks ago, and it still kind of does. So disclaimer, you can try and follow along if you're interested at all. Anyways, I was trying to research what kind of CryptoKitties might be valuable, and apparently Generation 0 CryptoKitties are worth the most. There was only a finite amount released apparently into the world. They're kind of trading for, hundreds and thousands of dollars right now, but obviously I can't afford any of those. So I got a Generation 1 CryptoKitty and a Generation 2 CryptoKitty. And here's what they kind of look like. And you're probably laughing right now because I was doing the same thing, believe me. And the few people I've shown were also laughing. But I was just like, I don't care. I'm playing with profits right now. And I was just like, I'm just going to buy these things for fun. I just thought CryptoKitties was a really cool concept. What I learned, though, in buying CryptoKitties is that their price might be low, but where you really pay a lot of money is in Ethereum gas fees. And that's a fee that's charged to you, the purchaser, for the Ethereum blockchain to validate this transaction. Like today, I tried to do a transaction and the gas fee was $78 US converted from Ethereum. And in other days, it's as low as $20. So in this exact moment when I bought the CryptoKitties for the first time, I think the gas fee equaled about 40 US dollars. And I was just like, okay, I don't care. I'm impatient. So I just bought these two CryptoKitties. So I don't know, anyone out there, do you know about gas fees? Am I overpaying? It's kind of weird because if you want to buy CryptoKitties as an investment, a CryptoKitty might be worth the equivalent of maybe 16 US dollars, but when you pay potentially $40 in gas fees, that's a lot of money. So you've spent maybe $50 or $60 on one CryptoKitty. And if you wanted to resell that, it's almost not worth it or not possible because you're not going to sell the CryptoKitty for much more than you bought it unless it goes really high in demand in the next little bit. And you've paid gas prices that are worth more than the actual CryptoKitty. So I feel like it's a bit of a long-term hold, but like I said, I just wanted to get it. And I thought the concept of CryptoKitties was just kind of pretty nuts. After I bought these two CryptoKitties pretty hastily, I was just reading up on it, and apparently CryptoKitties kind of hit their peak in 2018 and have died off since then. So I was all bummed out. I'm like, I invested like $60 in this random NFT like game on kittens, but the more I thought of it, I'm like, well, they're one of the first NFT collectibles out there along with CryptoPunks. And not a lot of people are talking about CryptoKitties right now. So I'm curious if anyone out there, if you own CryptoKitties, do you think that there might be a resurgence of them? I feel like there might be because I've been noticing there's been a lot of sales of them recently. I'm just curious, to know if you feel like it might take off. So please comment below. I later ended up going on Rarible.com, and I was just browsing through artworks and I said, I'm just gonna buy some piece of artwork. So I ended up seeing a cool piece by just an artist, and I looked him up on Instagram and I was like, that's pretty cool. And I bought this piece of artwork. But once again, the gas price cost more than the art itself. But once again, for whatever reason, I was just going with a bit of a gut feeling. I'm like, I don't care if I'm overpaying. I just want to get my feet wet and get in the game. And I feel like a lot of people might be feeling the same way that I am with this whole kind of NFT bubble that's happening. But like I said, I'm okay with losing any kind of money, and I'm just a bit of a collector at heart. And I used to collect hockey cards back in the day and was really into it. So this kind of gives me a bit of a nostalgic feeling that collectibles are coming back in this kind of way and people are getting excited again. The next step that I did, I was like, well, if this person released art, I'm going to try and release some art. I've always fooled around over the years with kind of digital art, but I've never really shared it with anyone. So I just sat behind my computer for a few hours and I whipped something together and I posted it online. It's just a bit of an experiment at this point. So I ended up releasing my digital artwork on OpenSea, and I put it at a very high price. I set it at like $100 something. I was like, if someone buys it, great. But after 7 days, which is how long I had it hosted for as an auction, someone gave me a really lowball offer of the equivalent of like 20 US dollars. And I thought about it. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to accept this offer just so that my first piece of artwork is out in the world as an experiment and as a bit of an experience. And it was kind of cool. So I'm totally 100% in the hole on all of my NFT purchases and the few creations that I've actually created and hosted online on the NFT marketplace. But yeah, my experience is that I just see a lot of cool things happening in this space, but I just found it kind of fun to get into digital artwork. In my 2 weeks of investigating, you could say, all I have to say is that I'm really excited about what's to come. I found a bit of a love for creating digital art. Even if it goes nowhere, it's just been fun kind of creating. It's just been very liberating, to be honest. And it's also kind of tuned me into the digital art world and just seeing a lot of artists and seeing the kind of quality that people are posting. It's amazing. And I really hope as my kind of cryptocurrency increases in value that I can start to buy some digital art and just support artists. I feel like that's kind of the zeitgeist of what's happening right now. So I kind of have a bit of a question for anyone who actually knows knows what they're talking about in the NFT world out there. Do you think that there will be value in the future to holding NFT assets that were maybe minted in the early days of NFTs, like 2018, 2019? That's kind of my thinking, you know? So I feel like people scooping up stuff that was minted even a few years ago might hold a lot of value in the future, and maybe it's already holding value and I'm just not seeing it. So please let me know below. Also, just let me know your thoughts on CryptoKitties or CryptoPunks or any of that kind of stuff. You know, I'm just curious to know what you think the next big thing might be, and I'm gonna check it out. Anyways, that's kind of all I have to say. I hope you maybe got something out of this video, or maybe it starts a bit of a discussion down below, or maybe people just rip on me for being kind of this stereotypical person who's just getting into NFTs and, you know, doesn't know what they're talking about, which I am being open about saying I really don't. So be kind. Let me know what you're thinking below. And if you like the video, please like and subscribe. And I hope to see you next time. Goodbye.